From beneath the surface, it sees something you don't. An insect, perched on a branch, completely safe, above the water, out of reach, untouchable, until a jet of water, moving faster than gravity expects, knocks it out of the air. This is the archerfish, a predator that doesn't chase, doesn't climb, doesn't leap, it shoots. In most ecosystems, the rules are simple. Land animals hunt on land, water animals hunt in water, two separate worlds, separated by a boundary that distorts light, bends perception, and breaks accuracy. But the archerfish doesn't accept that boundary. It hunts across it. Let's understand the problem. When light passes from air into water, it bends. This is refraction. The object you see above the surface is not where it actually is. This relationship means every ray of light changes direction as it crosses the boundary between air and water. To a fish, the world above is warped, shifted. A target that appears straight ahead is actually somewhere else. So if the archerfish aimed directly at what it sees, it would miss, every time. But it doesn't miss. Somehow, it calculates the distortion, instantly, without equations, without tools, just neurons, and evolution. Now the second problem. Even if it knows where the target really is, it still has to hit it. The archerfish doesn't jump. It spits, a jet of water, compressed in its mouth, and fired with precision. Let's break the mechanism down. The fish presses its tongue against a groove in the roof of its mouth, forming a narrow channel. Then it snaps its gill covers shut, forcing water through that channel, at high speed. This creates a jet, not a spray, not a mist, a coherent stream that holds together over distance. But here's where it gets interesting. The water jet isn't uniform, it's shaped. The archerfish accelerates the flow, so the back of the jet moves faster than the front, which means the water compresses in midair, forming a single, concentrated impact point. It's not just spitting, it's fluid dynamics, weaponized. Now at gravity, the water jet doesn't travel in a straight line, it curves downward. To hit a target, the fish must account for this curve, adjusting angle, adjusting force, every single time. And it does, with remarkable accuracy. Targets up to 2 meters away, hit in under a fraction of a second, from below the surface, through a distorted visual field, with a projectile that curves under gravity. And it gets better. The archerfish doesn't just aim, it learns. Young archerfish are inaccurate. They miss often, but over time, they refine their shots, adjusting for distance, angle, even moving targets. This is not instinct alone, it's calibration. In controlled experiments, archerfish have been shown to compensate for different light conditions, different heights, even changes in water clarity. They are not just reacting, they are predicting. Now let's look at the hunt. A fly lands on a leaf above the water, still, unaware. Below, the archerfish watches. The surface ripples slightly, but the fish remains almost motionless. It calculates angle, distance, refraction, trajectory. In a fraction of a second, it fires. The jet strikes the insect, knocking it off balance. Gravity finishes the job. The insect falls, breaks the surface, and now it's in the fish's world. One snap, and it's gone. But this system has limits. The archerfish is precise, but only within range. Beyond a certain distance, the jet breaks apart, loses cohesion, loses force. Too far, and the physics stops working. And then there's the environment. The surface must be calm. Too many ripples, and the distortion becomes unpredictable. Too much wind, and the jet deflects. Too much light variation, and the visual calculation shifts. This is a hunter. That depends on stability. Not strength, not speed, conditions. And then, competition. The moment the insect hits the water, it's no longer a guaranteed meal. Other fish rush in, faster, more aggressive. The archerfish made the shot, but it still has to win the scramble. so it adapts. It positions itself closer, anticipates the fall, moves before the prey even hits the surface. It doesn't just shoot, it plans the aftermath. And yet, for all its precision, the archerfish cannot leave the water. It cannot climb, cannot chase, cannot recover a missed shot beyond reach. It exists, at the boundary, between two worlds, master of neither, but capable of exploiting both. This is not brute force, not dominance, not speed. It's understanding, of light, of motion, of timing. The archerfish doesn't break the rules of physics, it uses them. Perfectly. And that's what makes it dangerous. Because in nature, you don't need to be the strongest, or the fastest. You just need to understand the system, better than anything else.